Today I'm playing He's Just My Buddy. Caden and Iver are really close friends, or is it what they want to believe? When I first met my new roommate, he didn't really leave much of an impression on me. Nice to meet you. My name is Iver. Yeah, mine's Caden. Just make yourself comfortable or whatever. He seems timid, so I guess I'm lucky that I'll share a room with him. Better than someone who's loud or a slob. At least it doesn't seem like a slob to me. To think that you're starting the term just like me, I wouldn't have suspected it since you look more like a senior. It's that so. I noticed his brows furrowing a bit, and I wonder if he felt hurt that I judged his appearance. Usually I wouldn't really care about others' feelings, but Ivor just seemed like a big puppy who I didn't want to upset. Even after only meeting him for a few minutes, I thought a big smile definitely suits his face. I like it. Your body, I mean, I like it. Oh, huh? So straightforward. His reaction made me think back on my choice of words. I guess that sounded a bit off, you think? Look, all I'm saying is you look mature and I think that's cool. Oh, I see. Thank you. I could tell he was happy, judging by the big grin on his face. I'm glad you said that since when people claim I look old for my age, I assume it's something negative. Who cares about what they say? It's your body, not theirs. Yeah, you're right. I'll try not to be such a worrywart. We just met, but I'm already telling you about my very personal feelings. Idiot, we're gonna be roommates, so I don't mind if you open up to me from time to time. Idiot? I tend to say that out of affection. Does that mean you're fond of me already? I guess. You're cool. Ivor moved away from the door, making himself comfortable inside the room. I could tell that he was slowly getting less tense around me. Caden? What's up? I hope we get along well. Ivor held his hand out to me, but instead of a formal handshake, I gave him a big bro hug. As long as you don't make a mess, I'll always be cool with you. Well, being cool with me is fine and all, but I was hoping I could get to be your friend. Yeah, let's be friends. We seem like completely different people, but it doesn't sound so bad being acquainted with a nice guy like him. I was wrong back then to think we would just be roommates. Ooh, just be roommates? Because after living together for a couple of months, Ivor became one of my closest friends. I have no idea how, it just happened. Maybe because we're roommates and we see each other every day? Maybe because he's just as chill as I am. All I know is that we both vibe well with each other. It was relaxing to be around him. We both became extremely comfortable around one another. I lay on my bed, listlessly staring at the ceiling, while Ivor sat on a book in his hand. Yo, Ivor, you know that student council president? Doesn't he just piss you off? I think he's a nice person. Really, he's clinging on to me whenever I see him. Is that so? Maybe he has a crush on you? Nah, he's probably just a weirdo. It could be that too. That's why I can't get along with nerds. Hey, that's mean. But I guess you're somewhat of a nerd too. You're probably the biggest bookworm I know. Wonder why I can't get along with you though. Cause you like him. I passed a glance at Ivor. He was so focused on his book he barely blinked. Hey, are you listening to me? Finally, Ivor turned his gaze to me and smiled. I'm always listening to you, Caden. No, you aren't. I got from my bed and sat on his, and I proceeded to lean my head to his shoulder. Oh, okay. Okay. Is that book more interesting than me? Sorry, I'm just at the climax, and the story is too compelling for me to look away. It's so good that you can't look away, huh? I'm jealous. A chuckle escaped from his lips. I know you're kidding, but it can be so childish at times. But I'm serious, though. Why are you giving more attention to that book than to me? Alright, I'll just focus on you instead. They already act like boyfriends anyway. You're so easy to convince. That's because I'll do anything for you, Caden. Oh god. So, do you need something from me? No, nothing. I'm just really bored, so I want to bother you. Iver closed his book and ruffled my hair with his free hand. If you're jealous of my book, I wonder how you react if I had a lover. Nah, who am I to butt into your love life? If you're dating someone, then I'll just mind my own business, simple as that. Iris darted to the corner of the room as I proceeded to ponder. How come you aren't dating anyone, though? I guess I just can't find the right person, but I do want to date someone. It's been a while. I miss touching someone intimately. Ivor's eyes slowly went wide as he stumbled on his words, realizing what he just said. Not that kind of inappropriate stuff, I mean. Nah, you don't have to deny it. We're both dudes, so I get ya. But I'm serious though. What I really want are hugs and cuddles. You could do those with me if you want. He's inviting, giving himself an invite. Huh? Really? Don't bros do that all the time? Not that I know of. Yeah, I guess. Though it feels different doing them with someone you love versus with a friend. Is it? If there was something my buddy wanted, I was always willing to help out. Why don't I find a date for you then? Really? Yeah, of course. I'll always help a bro out. Especially, besides, I basically know everyone at school, so leave the matchmaking to me. Now, why don't you tell me about your ideal type and stuff like that so I can find you a nice date? Ideal date. Likes and dislikes. Let's see here. Likes. I like cooking and judo. I also like reading a lot. I'm always up to talk about my favorite series. And of course I love animals, especially cats. I would love to date someone who loves cats as much as I do. Alright. Ideal type. I like someone who's comfortable with skinship. I do love to cuddle. As for personality, anyone who's nice is fine with me. Wait, no, not just anyone. I get intimidated when someone is loud and over-energetic. I guess I'm too timid to handle that kind of energy. Ideal date? I would love to bring them to a small, cozy cafe or a park. Simple, but I enjoy the simplicity. I also love zoos and aquariums, any place that has animals, really. But anything fancy and formal is kinda too much for me. Alright, and dislikes? I don't like insects. Me too. Especially hate when people make fun of me for disliking insects. People like insects that much? Why do they always insist I should act strong? I don't even aware how creepy those bugs look. For real. I don't like other things that are creepy too, like clowns. He's right. Iver is right. Insects are gross. Click this button if you need to recall Iver's preferences. Alright. We've known each other for a while, but I've never known some of the facts till now. Kinda cool that I got to know more about you. Iver smiled brightly at me till his eyes were closed. You're always as nice as always, Caden. I am. I mean, you don't have to find me a date, but you still offered. Idiot, don't thank me. That's what bros do, and I just want my buddy to be happy. You know what? I'm actually already quite happy staying by your side. Nah, I'm pretty sure a girlfriend or boyfriend will make you happier than I ever could. Oh, that was a confession. Didn't you just say it felt different being with someone you like compared to a friend? Yeah. Iver nervously averted his gaze. When it got late, we got into our beds. I shifted around, unable to sleep, and turned my back against the wall. Oop. My eyes landed on Iver's peaceful, sleeping face. He's handsome. Pretty sure anyone would easily fall for him, so matchmaking shouldn't be that hard. He could easily find one for himself, but I guess he's too shy. Iver's my best bro. I want him to be happy. I was determined to find him a date. For the whole night, I thought about who would be the perfect partner for him. You, of course. But I couldn't think of one at the top of my head. Caden? I felt a hand gently shaking my shoulder. I slowly opened my eyes, seeing a familiar face before me. Good morning, Caden. Rise and shine. It's already morning. Yeah, you're usually up pretty early, so this is rare. I had a hard time sleeping last night. Was it because I was snoring? No, you weren't. Just one of those random days where insomnia decided to kick in. Ah, it's good to hear that it wasn't my fault. Anyway, you should go wash up. I made breakfast. After brushing my teeth and changing into my uniform, I joined Iver at the dining table. He set down a plate of pancakes in front of me, and I stared at them blankly. Don't like pancakes? I want to eat something savory instead of sweet for some reason. Oh, my bad. You don't have to eat it if you don't want to. Nah, you made it, so I shouldn't let it go to waste. I stabbed the pancakes with my forks and watched as the fried batter swallowed it. Ah, fluffy. I could hear Iver chuckling beside me. It's so odd to hear you say that. Then I guess I should say fluffy more often. I think you're fluffy, Iver. Me? Yeah, you definitely remind me of a fluffy teddy bear. A bear who cooks, cleans, and takes care of me. I'll take that as a compliment. I'm serious though, those qualities would make you a good boyfriend. Anyone would be lucky to date you. Aw, thanks. A blush formed on Iver's face as he sheepishly nodded to my comment. I always like to see this bashful expression on his face. We headed to our designated classrooms after eating breakfast together. I paid no attention to the teacher as I stared out the window. Iver was in the same class next to mine. It was a shame we couldn't be in the same one. Oh wait, they're at a boarding school, aren't they? I imagined how he'd be focused on his studies. He had always been a diligent, hard-working student who would get high scores, unlike me. I was fine with barely passing a test, as long as I got good enough grades that wouldn't make my parents furious. We really are different people. Opposites do attract. I wonder if that makes me incompatible with him. I laughed to myself before shaking my head. Why am I even thinking about our compatibility? He's my bro, we're not gonna date. Speaking of dates, I scanned around the classroom observing the other students. I wonder if any of my classmates would be a match for Iver. During the break, I went ahead with my attempts at matchmaking. Talk to the boy who's reading, talk to the girl on her phone. You know, you talk to the boy who's reading. Let's see his legs. I like the smell of books. Okay. I love anything that's related to books. Alright. Except for magazines. I just have something against magazines, especially ones about fashion. Okay, ideal type. I like someone who's into reading as much as I am. If I can geek out about my favorite authors with my lover, then that would be perfect. Alright, sounds like Ivan's type. A library with the perfect first date. Yes, you can't speak, but you can get to secretly hold hands. Isn't that like super romantic? I hate summer. I don't like it when it's hot. I need to stay with an air conditioning 24/7. Same. I hate the summers here. Heck, I can't even eat hot food, so I always have to wait till it cools down. That bad. Who was Ivan's type? Can I click on this? Let's say air conditioning was 7. Oh, that was the wrong thing. I forgot Ivan's. It's nice, but not too loud. He looks nice. Cafes, parks, zoos, or aquariums. Library. Likes cooking, reading, animals, and sports. I mean, this guy's whole personality is based on books. Insects, clowns, and anything this creepy. You're okay, but like, all you do is like books. Okay? Girl who's on the phone. I like really cute things. I also love anything with pastel colors. Actually, neon is not bad either. It's slowly growing on me. Alright. I like someone who's younger than me. The cute, energetic type who I can spoil. Alright, well, he's definitely not your type. I would love to go to an amusement park. What's better than roller coasters and carousels? Oh, I would definitely bring my date to a haunted house because we'd be so close inside a dark room. Yeah, this girl's not it either. I don't like rain. Ugh, I hate getting wet. Or anything else that makes the atmosphere moody. Okay, let's pick a date. I don't want to pick. They both suck. The boy's reading is more his type, but let's see. After talking to them about Iver, they agreed to meet him. I informed Iver about my selection and set the two up on a lunch date. They headed to the roof to eat together. I observed them from afar. The two of them seemed to have quite a few things in common. I smiled as I watched how they laughed at each other's comments and playfully flirted with each other. I was glad that I was able to help Iver find a partner. Hope they'll last a long time together. Caden is all alone ending. No. I don't know how to get Caden. Like, how did I get those two together? No. Oh, I like that game. It was very sweet. I'm pretty sure if I play it more, I'll be able to get those two together, but I feel like it'll be hard since they have such different personalities. Okay, I'm gonna pick the girls on the phone, since they're kind of opposite from each other. After talking to them about Iver, they agreed to meet with him. I informed Iver about my selection and set the two up on a lunch date. They headed to the roof to eat together. I observed them from afar. The two seemed uncomfortable around each other. I watched as Iver awkwardly fidgeted and glanced around as if he wanted to get out. They quickly ate their lunches in silence. Oh man, that's so awkward. Ugh. Not even finishing their food, his date quickly left the scene. Yeah, okay, so maybe if I choose people that are like opposite of Iver, then I could somehow pair him up with Caden along the way. Iver noticed that I was watching, so he approached me. Oh, that girl was terrible. You saw everything, huh? I just came by to make sure everything went well, but looks like it didn't. Yeah, we really didn't have anything in common to talk about, so it was really awkward. You and I don't either. But it's different, it's fun to be around you. I let out a sigh as my failed matchmaking attempt. Can't believe I picked out the wrong person. That's quite alright, it's not like I'm desperate to find love. By the way, have you eaten? Yeah, I just grabbed some bread. I see. A small pout formed in his face which piqued my interest, my curiosity. You seem upset. Is it because the date didn't work out? No, it's because I wanted to eat lunch with you. If that's the case, I won't make you go on a lunch date with someone else next time. Anyways, at least we could still grab dinner together, right? Sounds like a plan. I look forward to it. I don't know, they're just made for each other. They're practically made for each other. Since we had different club activities, Iver and I went our separate ways. I picked up the brush and stared at my canvas, feeling more bored as time passed. The theme was nature, and I was uninspired. I never really liked drawing the environment. I prefer anatomy, a nice fit figure. My eyes scanned around the room at other people's canvases. Some are drawing trees, others are painting large bodies of water, the generic stuff. After pondering some more, I picked up my paintbrush and drew some mountains, just plain old mountains. Even though I wasn't that interested, I was still able to focus. Art was my passion, and in the end, I'm willing to draw whatever. As I focused on adding more details to my painting, I realized late that the sun was setting and some members had already left. I didn't pay attention to the time and continued on with my artwork. Caden? I turned my head around to see who was calling out to me. Let's go home together. Just give me a minute, I'm almost done. This was the norm. Every day we would pick each other up after school since we lived together. As Iver watched me paint, he chuckled. You look so serious. It's cool to see this side of you sometimes. Don't you like this side of me? I like every part of you. Guys, that's a confession. That's a confession right there. A fellow club member who was packing up suddenly interrupted our conversation. I'm getting secondhand embarrassment listening to you guys flirt. Exactly. They're obviously flirting with each other without realizing it. You're mistaken. We weren't flirting. We're just friends. Yeah, right. Is that so? After raising their eyebrows at us, they left abruptly, leaving Iver and me alone in the room. They're like, okay, sure, keep lying to yourselves. Why did they even say that? I hope that didn't make things awkward between us. Not at all. It's never awkward around you, Caden. His innocent smile was infectious, and I found myself smiling back at him. I'm getting hungry. Let's go get some food. Instead of grabbing dinner at the restaurant, do you want to make a meal together? That's fine with me. After buying groceries, we headed to the shared dorm kitchen to make our dinner. I let Iver decide, and he chose to make curry. He dropped a few curry cubes in the boiling water and cut the vegetables while I sliced the meat. After everything was cooked thoroughly, we brought the pot back into our room. Iver distributed the portions on two separate plates. The abundance of the orange root vegetable on my plate caught my attention. Wait, why are there loads of carrots in there? I didn't have anywhere to store leftovers, so I dumped them all in. I don't like carrots, do you forget? No, carrots are great. No, I didn't. I memorized everything that you like and dislike. Despite knowing that, I still think you should eat them. A grimace formed in my face as I poked the yucky vegetable with my fork. Some carrots are fine, but there's too many chunks in here. Right, should be cut into bits. Vegetables are good for you. You should eat more so that you can grow big and strong. Why are you talking as if I'm some toddler? We're the same age. Then again, I'm not as big as you. Finally, I took a bite, since I don't want to keep blabbing on about my hatred for carrots. Come to think of it, I don't know your ideal type. But it's not someone as large as me, huh? You seem to go for slimmer body types? What made you come to that conclusion, idiot? I thought you would know more about me by now. How they look is just a bonus. As long as I vibe with that person, that's all that matters to me. Though it would be nice if we find a partner who I vibe with as much as I do with you. Me? Is that so? A blush formed in Iver's face and he nervously scratched his neck. So obvious, dude. Oddly, I found his stutter kind of endearing. After finishing eating, I offered to wash the dishes. After I was done cleaning up, I joined Iver on his bed and leaned on his shoulder. So obvious. Why do you guys keep denying your feelings? Another book? No, I'm finishing the one from yesterday. Tell me about it. It would bore you. No, it wouldn't. As those words came out of my mouth, a yawn soon followed. See, I haven't even started talking about it yet, and you're already bored. I can't help it. It's because you're as comfortable as a pillow. Are you really comparing my hard body to something as soft as a pillow? That's not it. How do I put it? It's just relaxing around you, so naturally I will feel sleepy. Then let's just go to sleep. I'll switch up the lights. The next day, I woke up. The first thing I saw was Iver's sleeping face from afar. Somehow it made me feel even more relaxed. Wonder what he's dreaming about. The sunlight glowing on his skin made him look even more huggable. But why am I thinking about wanting to cuddle with him? That's so not me. That's so not cool. That's right, Caden's cool. After shaking my thoughts away, I got up to make breakfast. I wasn't really the best at cooking, but for some reason, I really wanted to try it out this morning. Wanted to see how Iver would react when he wakes up to seafood already prepared on the hot table. Gosh, you guys are each other's husbands. Just get on with it. A simple egg fried rice would be good enough. After trying my best to follow the recipe, I was done with my craft. As I set the hot plates on the table, Iver woke up just in time. What's that smell? I made breakfast. Huh, breakfast smells burnt. Well, I know he's gonna burn it. Really, I don't smell anything off. I sat by the dining table waiting for Iver to finish washing his face. After he emerged from the bathroom, he joined me at the table. When he saw the fried rice that I just prepared, he chuckled. Is it burnt? Not only does it smell burnt, but it looks half of it is burnt too. How do you burn rice? I don't get it. The blackness is just the soy sauce. Yeah, sure. Even if it is, you're not supposed to put so much soy sauce that it turns black. God, it's gonna be really salty. I grumbled under my breath and dug my spoon into my breakfast. How does it taste? You don't have to eat if you don't want to, then. No, I will, because you made this for me even though you didn't need to. I don't want you to feel obliged to do so, idiot. Ira carefully scooped up the rice with his spoon and took a bite. So, how is it? The portion that isn't birth edible naturally tastes nice. You seasoned it well. At least you got the seasonings right. His smile made my heart feel warm again, and I was glad I went through all the effort to make him a meal. I took a mental note to remind myself to try this recipe again. Correctly. Maybe I shouldn't have turned the heat all the way up, thinking that it'll cook faster. Yeah. There's an ingredient in here that I appreciate. Was it carrots? What's that? Your love, Caden. Oh. Ha, that's so lame. Another day of matchmaking. While walking along the hallways together, I found myself feeling a little drowsy. I'm tired. Already, the day hasn't even begun. As I stared at Iver, my eyelids felt heavier. It was getting hard for me to keep them open. Do you want me to buy you some coffee? No. I pulled Iver to my side and buried my face in his chest. You guys are so obvious. Anyone would think they were a couple. Caden? Let me just stay like this for a while. Okay then. Iver ran along my back and it felt very comforting. You're so cozy. I'm glad I can make you relax, but maybe not during school hours. I could feel his chest shake as he laughed. You guys are really close. I turned around and glared at them, annoyed that our moment was interrupted. Okay. Are you sure you guys aren't dating? It's obvious. Well, we're best friends, yes. They're just best friends. They're just bros. They're totally not dating. How else would you expect us to act? Best friends usually aren't this touchy with each other. Well, you aren't as close to your friends as we are. We are then. Okay. No, it's different. The vibe you two just give out is just, never mind. I had to get to class. It was like, there's no point in talking to this one. When they left, I proceeded to return to bury my face into Ivor's warm chest. What a weirdo. Never seen bromance? That's right. I wonder why people keep mistaking that we're dating. Oh my god, did they really not get it? Is it really that frequent? Whatever, I don't care about what they think. What about you? Do you mind? No, I don't. Good, because who gives a damn about their assumptions? Slowly, the hallway got emptier as more students headed to their respective classrooms. I think we should get to our classes a little. They're about to start. Fine. After letting out a loud groan, I managed to pull him away from Iver. I'm about to say my Iver. I'm bored. I throw my pen in one hand as I stare listlessly at the teacher. Man, I don't get what that guy is blabbering on about. I should ask Iver to tutor me later. He always knows how to make lessons feel interesting. But then again, should I rely on him this much? I buried my head in my arms. No, Iver's nice, so he wouldn't mind. I'll just let myself be spoiled by him. As I thought about my best friend, I remembered my task. That's right, I should find him a date today. During the break, I headed to the hallways to look for a potential partner. Okay, so we're gonna pick someone that's like opposite of Iver, so like we can get him and Caden together because they have to be together. Okay, the boy's staring at the window. What are your likes? I like watching movies, so I'd love to date a fellow movie connoisseur. Okay, action, thriller, comedy, whatever. I know them all. You don't believe me? My brain is such a database that I might as well become a movie critic. Alright, I did a type. I love the delicate and beautiful types. Delicate and beautiful. Long, gorgeous hair like people from fairy tales. What can I say? I'm into pretty faces. Alright. My place of work, of course. Wink, wink. Okay. I was just kidding. I'm not looking for quick hookups. I want to chill at home and watch movies together, you know? Alright. I don't like books. This one's not it. Like, what's the point of reading when you can watch movies? Do books have voices and special effects, huh? Words are so boring to take them in by themselves. Then again, maybe I don't like books because I don't have that good of an imagination. Okay, let's see the girl who's walking down the hallway. What's your likes? I like flowers and gardening. Though you seem like someone who doesn't, Caden. I also love animals, especially the small ones. Okay, we're gonna pick the guy. I don't like caterpillars, so she also hates bugs. Absolutely despise them. How can people call them cute? I don't know how people call them cute. They're all like so squishy and so gross, so gross. I really felt that in my soul. Someone who'll protect and pamper me. I'm the damsel in distress waiting for my strong Prince Charming. Ideal date. I love flowers, so parks and gardens are a perfect couple spot. Isn't sharing a kiss while the flowers surround us just the best feeling? Okay, so we know who we're gonna pick. Pick Iver's date, and we're gonna pick the boy staring out the window. They agreed to meet and chat with Iver, so I informed my buddy to come to the hallway immediately. I watched from afar as the two of them talk. Their conversation was cut short since they seemed uncomfortable around one another. Maybe they had some sort of disagreement. Oh, the books. After the two bowed at each other awkwardly, they went their separate ways. Now that I think about it, maybe they're incompatible with one another. Iver walked up to me, scratching his head nervously. I'm sorry, it didn't work out. Idiot, I'm the one who should apologize for setting you up with someone who doesn't vibe with you. Yeah, we weren't eye to eye on a lot of things. Feeling slightly more guilty on my second failed attempt, I was determined to find the right match tomorrow. I didn't have to attend the art club today, so I was roaming around with boredom. I could leave early, but since Iver wasn't around, I didn't want to be alone in the dorm room. While thinking about my buddy, I contemplated visiting him at his club. My legs dragged me out. Oh, he's a judo club member. My legs dragged me to the end of the hallway, and I soon found myself in the judo club room. I watched as Iver threw his opponent over his shoulder, and I flinched at the sight, feeling the attack secondhand. I wonder if that hurts. I never like pain. Just then, Iver noticed me and threw a big smile in my direction. I nodded back at him in return because I didn't want to disturb his practice. When the instructor left the room, my best friend walked up to me. I kept calling him his best friend. Rare of you to come to my practice. Was just bored. Are you interested in judo now? Not really. Why don't you try it out? I really don't wanna. Iver held his hand out and I took it since I didn't want to leave him hanging. Suddenly he grabbed my whole arm and lifted me up on his shoulder. Wait just a sec. Before I could fully process what was going on, he threw me right over his shoulder and on my back landed on against the ground. Didn't hurt as much as I expected. Oh my god, guys, it's what was that for? I just wanted to see a reaction, but you don't seem shocked one bit. Nah, you surprised me for just a second there. Though I can't believe you would carry me that easily. You're really light, Caden. You should eat more. I don't need you to nag at me, idiot. I'm not nagging, I'm just looking out for you. Iver must be exhausted from practice earlier because I could hear his heavy pants. As we stayed in the same position, God, you guys are obvious. You look like you're about to make out. As we stayed in the same position, I found myself getting lost in his eyes. Something about Iver was just so magnetic that I couldn't look away. Finally, I managed to snap myself out of that trance. So, how long are we supposed to stay in this position? Oh, sorry, I'll move away right now. After Iver got up, he held his hand out to me to help me stand back up. I watched as he adjusted his robes. You know, I was thinking just now that you're handsome, even up close. Huh? The random compliment made Ivor's cheeks turn crimson. You blush so easily, even about the smallest things. That's because I didn't expect you to say it. I think you're handsome too, Caden. I know I am. The way he said it innocently made me snicker. Then I felt his hand on my head, gently stroking my hair. Your hair is disheveled because of me, sorry. What are you talking about? My hair is always a mess. It's my style, you know. I waited patiently till Iver was satisfied by brushing my hair back to its place. Shall we go home now? The instructor left, so we might as well leave. I know that everyone who's, like, all their classmates, everyone who witnesses them, they're like, why are they dating yet? Like, are they not dating or something? I know that's what everyone else is thinking. Since Iver was the first one who worked up a sweat, I let him take a shower first. The sound of water falling on the tile stopped as the shower head was turned off. Iver emerged out of the room with only a towel wrapped around his waist. Sorry, I forgot to bring my clothes to the bathroom. No, don't worry about it, I don't mind. This guy is always blushing, huh? My eyes landed on his pectoral muscles. I couldn't help but stare at his sculpted body. Was it envy? Not really, since I didn't want to be buff. The features was just complimented Iver well. Maybe my stare was too intense because my buddy started to blush. Why are you looking at me like that? Is something wrong? No. Her eyes trailed down to examine his defined abs, and the devil on my shoulder whispered into my ears for me to touch them. Dude. I pushed my best friend and gently brushed my hand over his stomach muscles. Yeah, normal bro things. Caden, what are you doing? I was just thinking that you would be great for me. Huh? A perfect model to use as a reference for my paintings. Your body is just right for what I'm looking for. Not too big, not too small. Ah, for your art, huh? I should have known. See, obviously likes some ice Caden, such denial. My hand hovered over the edge of his towel. Why are we going there? This is too much. Maybe a new painting. He's just going way too far. Iver quickly grabbed my hand to stop it from traveling any further. No, don't. It's embarrassing. I won't. I wasn't going to remove your towel, so don't worry. I won't do anything you're uncomfortable with. You're right. I can trust you, Caden. I slowly trailed my finger across his chest, admiring his body. God, this is the most intimate thing ever. What about if I touch you like this? Does it make you uncomfortable? No. Your touch is very gentle, so I don't mind. That's good. I raised my head to observe his expression. I was used to seeing Iver blush so often, but never has he come close to looking as blustery as he is now. I mean, you're touching him all over the place. An expression that I was mesmerized with. I was compelled to see whatever kinds of faces he could make. Caden? Yes? I might catch cold if I keep standing naked. Oh, my bad. I moved away from Iver and watched as he proceeded to grab his clothes. I'm going to remove my towel now, so you can look away for a moment. But we change in front of each other all the time. I was more aware of his feelings. Sorry, I'm feeling a little embarrassed around you today. Ah, okay. His behavior was odd, but I didn't bother questioning any further. I was never the type to be nosy anyway, so I just shrugged it off. After switching the lights off, we headed to bed. Since I couldn't sleep, I turned to look at Iver, seeing if he was up for a little chat. But his eyes were closed, so I dismissed the thought. I watched his chest rise and fall. He's already sleeping. Asleep already. Why did I make up words in my head? Guess I won't be bothering him anymore. I found myself staring at him for a solid minute. It was a weird attraction, and I couldn't look away. Why am I watching him sleep? I'm not a creep. I covered the blanket over my head to block out my view. My weird thoughts were definitely due to my fatigue. At least that's what I tried to tell myself. I woke up from bed during the usual time and freshened up. Even after I changed into my uniform, Iver was still sleeping. I glanced at the clock. Should I wake him up now, so he still has time for breakfast? Gently, I shook his shoulders and called out his name. Wake up, Iver. His eyelids slowly opened as he blinked to adjust to the light. Even when he was drowsy, he gave me a smile. Good morning, Caden. He let out a big yawn as he stretched his limbs. I feel exhausted and slightly sore. I guess my body feels tired from yesterday's club practice since I trained more than usual. Wish I could sleep in. Iver was about to sit up from his bed, but I pushed him back down. Oh. Take a quick nap. But I'll buy some bread for breakfast so you can eat on the way. At least that way you can get a few minutes of rest. Iver snuggled into his blankets, his gaze still on me. You're really nice, Caden. You always still treat people well. Do I? I'm pretty sure you would treat your lover well too. Then Iver paused for a few seconds. Speaking of which, you keep trying to find me a date, yet you don't have a partner yourself. I guess so. Why don't you have one? I brought my hand up to his head, only to playfully flick his forehead. Take a nap instead of bombarding me with unnecessary questions, idiot. Okay. The whole morning, Iver's question was stuck in my head. Why don't I have a partner? It was a question that I had never bothered to ask myself. Romance wasn't really my thing, it's so overrated. I took a quick glance around the classroom. I know most of the people at school, but no one really interests me. Except for Iver. An image of Iver suddenly popped into my mind. I guess Iver's interests me a little bit. I shook my head to get rid of the sudden invading thoughts about my buddy. Nah, I shouldn't even be considering it. He's my bro. A sigh escaped from my lips as I buried my head into my arms. No, I can't be catching feelings for him. It'll ruin our friendship. No, it won't. Thoughts about being distant from Iver made me feel gloomy. I like the way things are now. Spending my days together with him is fun. And I didn't want to lose that. Lunchtime came around and my classmates started to leave one by one. Just as I was about to get up from my seat, Iver walked into the room. Do you want to eat lunch together? Yeah, let's go to our usual spot. The roof. You know, when I heard about school roofs are actually closed off, so they just have that in like shows to just, I don't know, for like a wish that people want to have. I mean, eating on the school roof sounds like fun. I wouldn't do it because I'm deathly afraid of heights, but you know. After buying our meals, we headed to the rooftop to eat in peace. As I was opening the food container, I could feel Iver's eyes on me. What's up? You've been staring at me for a while now. Oh, sorry. Don't worry about it, I don't mind. Iver sheepishly scratched his head and looked away. You see, I was just thinking about what a classmate had said to me. He said, you look like a delinquent? That's not surprising that people will assume that based on my appearance. I think it's the piercings that people assume that. That's why he's delinquent. Well, yeah, but he also said that he might be a bad influence to me as well because, well, we're, well, different. I tried to explain to him that you're not a bad person. You're one of the nicest people I know. I couldn't help but smirk at his comment. Idiot, why do you care about what people think about me? Because I want people to know how much of a good person you are, and I don't want them to misunderstand. It doesn't matter to me. I only care about your opinion anyways. Mine? I nodded and I was unsure about what I was saying to myself. Why do I care so much about what Iver thought of me? Yeah, I don't care about the rest. Hey Caden, does it bother you when some people assume we can't get along because we have nothing in common and we're different? No, because opposites attract. That's right. Caden, well, you're saying it, but you're not showing it through your actions. Isn't that regarding lovers? It can be for bros too. Okay. After lunch, Iver and I went our separate ways. I headed straight to my art club. Everyone was given a photo of a nude model to use as reference. Is he gonna draw Iver? I stared at the picture of the naked body, her ribcage protruding visibly. For some reason, I wanted to paint a figure like Iver's, not this. Was it because I like him? I stared at the blank art canvas, but my mind was still on my best friend. I wonder what he's doing right now. I know I'll meet up with him after class, but I want to see him now. Time flew by as I worked on my painting. Even though I wasn't interested in the model, I enjoyed painting anyway. After the session was over, everyone began to pack up while I just sat there watching the other club members. I wonder if any of them would make a good match for Iver to date. Instead of just sitting and contemplating, I made a move. Okay, talk to the boys painting. Talk to the boys painting. What's your likes? I like energy drinks and protein bars, okay? Yes, health and fitness are all I talk. Okay, that'll be a good match. Talk and think about because I am that type of person. Oh, I can't read. Well, I guess I sort of like art too. Muscles are a form of art. I don't like anything that contains too much sugar. But I have to admit, ice cream can be really tempting at times. Okay, ideal type. I like someone muscular, maybe not too much. I'm not into bodies that look like they take steroids. Okay. The gym. What's weirder than encouraging each other to work out? Okay, that's a date, huh? I will even buy my partner as much protein shake as they want. Okay. Wait, maybe that's not such a good idea. Yeah. Okay, let's see. The girl is packing up. Isn't it that same girl? I like jewelry and high-end fashion. I need to look my best every day. Do you know how many hours I spend each day to get ready? Alright. I don't like anything that looks cheap. Man, this girl. If they are cheap, that means they barely have value. Okay, this girl is really superficial. I love to date someone who is smaller than me. I've always been into the cute younger brother/sister types. Alright, we're definitely gonna pick this one. A Michelin-star restaurant, of course, and maybe a dinner reservation at a 5-star hotel. I will treat my date like royalty. No one's out there that rich. Dang, this girl has high standards. Okay, we're gonna pick Iver's date. The girl who's packing up. The girl. I told them about Iver. They agreed to meet up with my buddy. Knowing that he would be free now, I called Iver to come here and he arrived immediately. I stepped to the corner of the room to give the two some space. As I watched them talk and smile to each other from afar, my heart felt slightly unsettled. What is this feeling? Why do I feel uncomfortable? It was an odd sensation since I have never encountered something like this before. But I shrugged it off because it didn't matter right now. What matters is that my buddy finds his perfect match. He's starting to realize. But I would be lying if I said I wasn't relieved when I realized they didn't seem to live into each other. Duh, that girl's too materialistic. Their conversation was cut short, and Iver abruptly left before walking over to me. Why are you coming over here? What's up? They were nice to talk to, but I'm not interested in going out with them. Why not? Their personality seems too exhausting for me. Yeah, exhausting and draining. Both mentally and physically. Oh my bad, I keep matchmaking you with the wrong people. Iver awkwardly fidgeted with his thumbs. I've been thinking, maybe you don't need to find a partner for me anymore. But don't you want to fall in love? Of course I do. But I'm in no rush, so I'll wait for destiny to show me the right person. That's so corny. I don't believe in stuff like destiny. You're the master of your own fate. To find the right person, you just need a slight push from the universe, and that pushes me. Leave it to me to find you that right person. That was my phone. Okay, if you say so. I cocked my head as I wondered why Iver sounded so reluctant. I'm only doing what's best for my buddy. Iver cut off in the middle of the conversation since he was distracted by the art on my canvas. A nude painting? Is it blushy? Yeah, why? Something wrong with it? No, I was just wondering that since you're an artist, you must be used to seeing naked bodies. I guess. I still get embarrassed when I see someone naked. What about me? Okay. I always look away whenever you change your clothes in front of me. The way Iver refused to keep eye contact with me was so innocent that I find it to be quite endearing. I should strip more often so that you're used to seeing me my bare skin. Why don't you watch me take off my close next time. Huh? Iver was now bright red. I began to wonder if my teasing made him uncomfortable. My bad, I shouldn't have joked. No, it's fine, that's just who you are. You must think I'm weird sometimes, huh? Yeah, I do find you eccentric at times. But I like that part of you too. Caden, I like you for who you are. Somehow, his sincere, bright smile made my body freeze up. This weird feeling from this morning came back. A hand waved in front of my face, trying to get my attention. Caden, you stopped responding. Oh, my bad. Do you want to go grab dinner together? Sure, which restaurant do you want to go to? It's my treat. I was thinking that we could make something together at home. Sounds good to me. At the dorm kitchen, we decided to make something simple. Iver already had a canned tomato paste and a packet of pasta, so we only need to buy some meat. After we were done making our meals, we headed back into our dorm room to eat. I used a pair of chopsticks, but the slippery panini pasta kept slipping away. I grumbled under my breath, annoyed with the food. I mean, why are you using chopsticks, Caden? Use a fork. Noodles are meant to be eaten with chopsticks. But these aren't ordinary noodles, not even strand pasta, it's the shaped ones. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to eat it with. Besides, everyone uses forks to eat them. Well, except for you. Noodles are noodles. I don't distinguish between them, no matter the name or shape. I guess you're right. I stabbed the pasta with my chopsticks and it slipped off the plate. He was really determined. My stomach was rumbling non-stop since I was starting to get really hungry. It was even more tempting since the food was right in front of me. Never mind, it's not worth it. I put my chopsticks away and grabbed a fork so I could finally eat the food with ease. Beside me, Iver was laughing at my failed attempt. You're so stubborn. So I've been told. As I ate, I felt a pair of eyes boring holes into me. You're getting sauce all over your mouth. I know what this is going to lead to. Iver grabbed the tissue before reaching for my face. Gosh, you're so close. He gently wiped my cheeks to get rid of the stains. How did you get sauce all the way to your cheekbone? It's just very liquidy. I started to feel this weird sensation again, this nervous sensation. Maybe it was because Iver was so close to me? His face was so close. Oh. The more I stared at him, the more nervous I felt around him. I finally started to realize we have hope here. Huh? You're turning red, Caden. Is there something wrong with that? It's just, I've never seen you blush before. Guess I'm embarrassed for my failed attempt at eating pasta with chopsticks. I knew that was a lie, because little things like that never really bothered me. Barely anything that could make me embarrassed. But for some reason I found myself feeling nervous over Iver. My buddy moved away from me after wiping my face clean. I like how he keeps calling him his buddy. Thanks. You're welcome. But was there a point? I haven't finished eating, so my face will get dirty again. How do you get pasta all over your cheeks? Then I'll just have to clean you again. No, I can do it myself. I refused because I knew that him being close to my face again would make me feel out of character, so I couldn't risk it. You know, if we were dating someone, I wonder if we would still be able to spend time together like this. Of course it would. I like you, Caden. I will always make time for you. Don't say that you like people so easily, idiot. I only say it to you, though. My heart skipped a beat. What was that supposed to mean? I shrugged it off because, knowing Iver, he only meant something innocent and pure. I wasn't going to let it cause me to misunderstand. I sat at the empty bed right next to mine. Iver had already gone out of bed, and I could hear him gurgling water in the bathroom. A yawn escaped my throat as I stretched out my arms. Still feeling a bit tired, I rubbed my eyes to keep myself awake. The bathroom door was open and Iver emerged from it. Good morning, Caden. I was used to seeing my best friend bare chest, but now I felt nervous for some reason. Since I was staring at his body without uttering a single word, it must have felt made him tense. I happened to wake up early, and I thought you would be sleeping by the time I came out of the shower. Iver quickly grabbed his uniform and ran back into the bathroom to change. A smile crept across my face after observing how panicked it was. Cute. As soon as the word came out of my lips, my eyes widened in horror. I was like, no. Wait, what did I just say? I shook my head to get that strange thought about my best friend away. What am I doing? I shouldn't be thinking that way about my pal. After changing into his uniform, Iver came back into our shared room. I suddenly felt a hand brush across my cheek. What are you doing? Ah, did I surprise you? There was a strand of hair on your face, so I thought I should put it back in place. For some reason, feeling him touch my skin caused my heart to thump rapidly. Thank you. That's rare. What is? To hear you stutter. I'm just feeling a bit weird today. I was starting to suspect that my heart was beating this fast because I was developing feelings for my best friend. But I shouldn't. I can't like him. Then I realized the only way for these feelings to leave is when Iver finally finds a partner. That way I won't have any attraction towards my friend. I had to find him a date as soon as possible. For his sake, and mine. You that, in denial that much. Off the top of my head, there wasn't anyone I could think of who was suitable for my friend. Not anyone from my classroom, not anyone from my club. But what about his club? Surely being interested in the same sport would mean they would have a lot in common. After class, I visited Iver at his club practice. For a minute, I was watching him jostle against his match, mesmerized by how determined his face looks. It was serious compared to his usual gentle expression. Wait, why am I standing here looking at him like a creep? I should be talking to the other club members and getting to know their types. Okay. Talk to the boy who's on the break. I love anything pink. Alright, anything pink. Let me press this. Well, unless you're ugly, then maybe my opinion might change. Dang, okay. Okay. I don't like someone who spends all day playing video games. I mean, it's fine as long as getting there some attention. But some people are just too obsessed that they sit in front of their computer all day without socializing with anyone outside the screen. I like someone bubbly and energetic. If they get jealous easily, it's a bonus because I think it's cute. If they pout cutely, then that's a yes from me. Right? The beach. I will take them all the way to the beach where we can play all day. We'll build sandcastles and swim and do water aerobics. I'm getting excited just thinking about all those activities. Okay, I'm not really sure about this one. Let's talk about the girl. You like food. I mean, who doesn't like food? Agreed. I love eating. I'm already thinking about what I want to eat for dinner. It's been a while since I had something homemade. Oh shoot, she will be... Oh, how I crave some... I hate drama. So someone that's chill who stays away from drama is a perfect fit for me. I love martial arts, so definitely I would prefer someone with the same passion as mine. Helping each other train is the best feeling ever. Alright, this would definitely be his type. I'll take them hiking or jogging. Anything that gets the adrenaline pumping. Alright, let's pick his type. The boy who's on break. Let's hope. Since they already knew Iver, they were open to having a chat with just the two of them. My best friend seemed reluctant to this, but I managed to convince him to talk to his new match. As I watched him converse, discomfort bubbled within me. I was starting to regret setting them up, and I was questioning why I was even regretting it in the first place. I wanted my buddies to be happy, but I was jealous? They tensed around each other, and I immediately knew they weren't into each other. Yes, I was right. After they awkwardly ended the conversation, Iver came up to me. Honestly, I felt relieved that they didn't end up together. Caden, you don't need to set me up with anyone anymore. I mentioned yesterday already, I'm not really that interested. Not interested in romance anymore? Don't get me wrong, I do want to find love, but not with the people you keep matching me up with. I'm fine with the way things are. Besides, I get to spend all my time together with you. I guess you're right. I knew I was blushing at the moment because his words were always affecting me in an odd way. Maybe we both don't need to date anyone? Why is that? Because we can continue to spend all day, every day together. Yeah, I like that. So I could walk him home with him. I waited till Iver's practice was over. I didn't mind since I enjoyed seeing him in action. As we headed back to the dorm, I found myself fidgeting a bit. Still feeling slightly nervous around him, I trailed behind while Iver was walking a meter in front of me. He suddenly stopped in his tracks and turned around to look. Caden? Are they gonna confess? What's up? It's like you're walking away from me instead of together with me. Ah, my bad. Slowly, I took a few steps forward to close our distance. Then I suddenly felt his hand grab mine and intertwine our fingers together. Okay, what are you doing? So I can make sure you're walking close to me. You can let go. It's not like I'm going to escape, you know. I won't because I want to hold hands with you. I could feel my palms sweat as my body stiffened. Caden, you're turning red. Oh yeah, you're holding hands. Various things run through my mind as I try to think of an excuse. Maybe I cut the flu? Ivor tugged on my arm and pulled me towards him before resting his forehead on mine. Okay. You don't feel hot though. I don't think you have a fever. Why are you using your forehead to check my temperature where you could have used your hands? Because they have more bacteria there. Hands are dirty from touching various things. It's still touching his cheeks though. Huh? But that should be okay since it's the norm, no? Well, I just found it safer to use my forehead. Ivor let out an awkward chuckle that caused me to be confused. This is embarrassing though. That's so rare of you to admit that you're embarrassed. Usually you're unfazed by everything. I agreed. I knew I was behaving strangely as well. I like the sight of you too, Caden. I didn't know there was more to you, and I'm glad I get to see it. I stared at him. I stared at his lips. His lips. His lips looked inviting. It was taking everything in me to stop myself from leaning in and kissing. Wait, what the hell am I thinking? I immediately stepped away from him before I could get carried away with my thoughts. Is something the matter? No. We should get home quickly instead of standing here. I'm starting to get really hungry. Alright then. Ivor made porridge because I assumed I was sick. Well, it was my fault for lying to him in the first place. Porridge. I guess my dinner. I never really liked porridge. It's just so boring. Nevertheless, I didn't want Ivor's efforts to go to waste, so I scooped up a spoonful. As soon as the porridge was on my tongue, I immediately took the spoon out of my mouth. It was hot. No, it was burning. Well, it looked pretty. How do you not notice? I think I burnt my tongue. Why didn't you blow on it to cool it down? I didn't think it would be that hot. Dude, it's literally steaming. Ivor laughed before blowing clear on his spoonful of porridge. Then he stretched his arms towards me and tapped the spoon near my lips. Okay, I'm feeding. Huh? Open your mouth, I'm trying to feed you. I can see that, but why? Because I blew on the porridge for you. Hesitantly, I took a bite, which made Ivor's grin even bigger. I'm not a kid for you to spoon-feed, but I want to spoil you, Caden. You shouldn't. What if I get used to it? It's alright, I'll always be with you, so there won't be a problem. What if I got married and got a bunch of kids running around, would you still spoil me then? I still would. My brows raised because I didn't expect my best friend to eagerly agree to my joke. I can't imagine not being around you, even when you're married. My best friend shyly averted his gaze. Actually, let me rephrase. It's selfish of me, but I don't want you to get married. Because then you will probably spend less time with me. I couldn't help but burst out laughing. What are you talking about, idiot? I was just saying something hypothetical. It's not like I'm going to commit to someone anytime soon. Ivor nodded slowly and smiled back. Yeah, you're right. After cleaning up, we headed to bed. I wrapped myself in my blanket and tried my hardest to fall asleep, but I just couldn't. Something was making me feel odd for some reason. I shifted out of my bed and turned around, only for my eyes to land on my best friend's face. Was he asleep already? The more I looked at him, the more I felt compelled to hold him. Steadily, I tiptoed towards his bed so as to not make any noise. Then I proceeded to crawl inside beside Iver in his sheets. I snuggled up against his back and rested my head on his pillow. Pretty sure he wouldn't mind. I breathed in, taking in the faint, lingering scent of his lavender body wash. Cuddling him was so comfortable that I was getting sleepy. Warm. I could feel myself slowly drifting out of consciousness. He fell asleep in his bed and find you, wake up and find you next to him, freak out. Oh, he was awake this whole time? He knew? The bright sunlight hit my face as I slowly pried my eyes open. Oh, okay. I was caught off guard because I found myself face to face with Iver, who had his gaze on me. You're awake. Yeah, good morning. Seeing you up close for the first thing in the morning surprised me for a second there. I should be the one who's shocked because you're the one who crawled into my bed. Do you feel comfortable with it? No, in fact, I think we should do this more often. Oh. I like to cuddle after all. I do too. No one would have guessed that you're the touchy type. You're right, because I only act this way around you. Happy with my words, Iver passed me a bright smile. I'm glad to hear that. We should sleep beside each other more often. But even if we're best friends, should we be doing that? Do you find it weird? Doesn't matter as long as we're cool with it. Besides, bros do this all the time. That's right, all the time. As the clock ticked, the two of us didn't move an inch. If we keep lazing around, we might actually be late for school. You're right, but it's just so comfortable. We finally managed to drag ourselves out of bed to get ready for class. I was walking along the hallway with Iver when he was suddenly stopped by a friend of his. Instead of minding my own business and going to my class, I watched their discourse instead. They seemed really close because they were quite touchy with each other, the arms over Iver's shoulders and all. My heart ached as I watched them. Why am I feeling jealous? They're just friends. I wonder if that friend meant much more to Iver than me, but I knew that shouldn't be the case since I was his best friend. But deep down, I wished I was more to him than a best friend. Unable to control my feelings and the growing jealousy, I grabbed Iver's arm. Come with me. Eh? Oh, school roof confession. I dragged Iver to the rooftop, where we could be alone. Nobody else was around since they already headed to their respective classrooms. Caden, why did you bring me here? We're going to be late for class. Can we please skip it just for one period? Iver suddenly wrapped his arms around me and pulled me closer to him. Okay, I'll skip for you. I don't want you to look sad, Caden. Tell me what's wrong. I clenched at him his shirt whilst I hesitated. I just want to be together with you. But we're always together, though. No, even more than that. Oh, I found myself getting more nervous, but Iver didn't respond immediately. Do you like me, Caden? What do you mean? Do you like me romantically? His sudden question made me feel like a deer in headlights as I stumbled to find the right answer. Should I say no? But that would just be lying. But if I said yes, what would be his response back to me? Does he even feel the same way towards me? While I was lost in my thoughts, my best friend held my chin, tilting my head so that our eyes were directly in front of one another. I like you. Finally, someone confessed. Oh, I got serious. Then I felt his lips on mine. Never had I imagined that one day I would actually be kissing my closest friend. I was so surprised at that moment that I froze on the spot. It was odd, because usually I would be calm and collected in any situation, but with Iver, I just couldn't control myself. Since I was as still as a statue, Iver pulled away. I could sense hesitancy in his tone as Iver paused to find the right words. My face was probably as red as his. I shouldn't have kissed you so suddenly. I assumed that you liked me, but it seems as though you don't. Wait. I opened my mouth, but the words were stuck in my throat, so I took a gulp. I do like you. I was just so nervous I froze up. The smile finally returned to Ivor's face. Thank goodness, I thought you were going to hate me for kissing you. Idiot, it's impossible to hate you. To prove I really have feelings for him, I held his hand and caressed his palm. After processing my feelings, I was finally brave enough to make a move. I like you more than a friend, more than a best friend, more than a bro. Me too. This time I gathered my courage to lean in and kiss him, but Iver dodged my advances. Why are you avoiding it when you're the one to kiss me first? I know, I'm just not mentally ready for another one since my heart is still feeling like it's about to burst. I staggered while he grew even more embarrassed. To think that you're the same timid person, but you made a move on me first. Well, my body moved on its own because that is how much I liked you. I tenderly handed his hand in mine. Me too. I want to show you how much you mean to me as well. I planted a kiss on his fingertips. To kiss my hand like that, I wouldn't have expected you to be such a gentleman. Normally I'm not, you know that. Yeah, I do. I know a lot about you. As time went on, things didn't really change much between us. Our routine was the same, really everything was the same. Hey, Iver? What is it? You're my boyfriend, but nothing was changed. It feels like back when we were friends. Seems so, but I like it this way. Well, I guess the only thing that's different is we could kiss and do stuff. Iver didn't respond to me since he was engrossed in his book, so I allowed Huff to tell him that I'm annoyed. He seemed to get the signal. Okay, I'll stop reading. It was fine to continue. I just don't like it when you give me the cold shoulder. That's because I didn't know how to respond. But getting back to your question, there is another benefit to us dating. And that is, I will only look at you, Caden, no one else, because you're the only one for me. So sweet. His words made me brighten up, and I could feel a smile creeping across my face. Yeah, me too. I feel the same towards you, bro. Why you call me bro when we're dating? Because you'll always be my best buddy. It was at the end. That was so sweet. It was so cute. Okay, that was the end of He's Just My Buddy. It took a long time for Cade to realize his feelings. I guess he was just in denial. Because, you know, Iver was just his bro. But I really liked this visual novel and kept a smile on my face the entire time I was playing it. Well, hope you guys liked this video. Thanks for watching. Bye!